Welcome into 5 on Your Sideline. I am Corey Miller. Welcome to a new year, a new studio, and even a new face here on Friday nights. We'll get to that in a moment. First, let's start with something that hasn't changed, the best local highlights in town. And we're going to start in Webster Groves. Kirkwood taking on their arch rivals, the defending state champion Statesmen and their star, Mizzou-bound Scotty Atkinson. Atkinson starts strong. That's money for 3. Kirkwood hanging tough early on, though. In the paint, Liam Nixon going to end up with the strong finish for the Pioneers and one. Away fans loving that one. Back to Webster Grove, some good ball movement. Going to end up with the ball in Quincy Williams' hands. He nails a triple of his own. Statesmen feeling their groove, and nobody grooves better than Atkinson. Steal, fast break, and one. Ends up on the court. If you like that, you're going to like this even more. Another Atkinson fast break. This time, he jams it home to the delight of the home crowd. Webster Groves gets bragging rights over Kirkwood with a 64-44 victory. CBC on the road at St. Dominic in a battle of two teams with good starts to the year. CBC passing it around. Eventually, Tristan Howard going to get it. Tough finish and one in the lane. St. Dominic's turn up next, and maybe my favorite name of the year so far, Ace Armstrong. Ace is good for Trey. He had 21 tonight. Stick with the Crusaders. Nice cut and finish for Austin Ryan right there. Back to the Cadets one more time on the break. Stacy Sorrell the third. Gonna knock down the triple for CBC in the corner. How about one more for St. Dominic? The Crusaders can really move the basketball. This one finds Ryan in the corner. He knocks down the 3 as the Crusaders defend home court with a big 69-48 win over CBC. DeSmet at Chaminade for McBride night. You know that building was fired up, and the home crowd loved this. Trissy Collins, coast to coast. Great finish at the rim. Later, DeSmet on the fast break. Check out this pass coming up from Braden Butler to Will Folk. That's elite. Back to Chaminade. It's going to be Johnny Jordan with the basket inside for the Red Devils as these two rivals trade blows back and forth. Hey, let's stay with Jordan. Nice little free throw line. Pull-up jumper coming up for 2 for him. DeSmet would get the final say in this game, though. Will Folk is going to get this bucket coming up. He had 27 on the night, and the Spartans eke out a close victory on the road at Chaminade, 65-63. East St. Louis hosting Belleville West, and the Flyers are flying high at the rim in this game. Jamison White's going to fly first. We're used to this. Jam time for J-Mo. Yeah, he's got that crowd going. West getting some shots to go as well. Jaden Lloyd connected from deep for the Maroons. Maroons think they're getting a bucket at the rim next, but Terrian Webster has some other plans. He gets up with a huge block rattle in the backboard. Back to J-Mo. Look at that smooth shot for the triple at the top of the arc. And as we know, and we already saw, he can finish at the rim too. How about another dunk for the Penn State commit? East Side wins 74-63. Now, let's get to that new face I teased earlier. Sports reporter Zach Parnes, take it away.
Corey, thank you. St. Louis, let's get it going. I'm ready to share your stories and highlights. Very excited for 5 on Your Sideline and a whole lot more. Hey, if you see me on the street, feel free to say hello. I'm still learning just about everything there is to know about the Lou. That being said, the first rule of journalism, kiddos, don't be the story. We have a powerhouse in action. Principia taking the trip southbound to play Lutheran South. We might as well rebrand the Panthers to the Canines because these guys are some dogs. The number 2 rated team in the nation. Their star guard, Q Coleman, leading it off. A slam that gets every Panther off the floor. Principia up early. Coleman, transition offense, finding Gassim Toure, throwing it down. It kept getting better for the Panthers. How about Kingston Money? Straight money. Getting the goggles on. Finding Toure for the bucket on the interior. Panthers just keeping the foot on the gas. Coleman once more. Yeah, buddy. Look at this. Spacing and a big shot. The senior with 14 points in the first quarter alone. Principia putting in work. They take down Lutheran South by 35. For the Panthers, fresh off another dub, they're now gearing up for the Highland Tournament tomorrow, where they take on East St. Louis. Some say this battle determines the best team in the Gateway City. You got to see the Panthers leader, Quentin Coleman, in all those highlights. He's a 4-star recruit heading to Wake Forest after graduation. The future Demon Deacon says tomorrow ought to be a war with one of the area's best.
That's just a great historical program. They call it City of Champions. I have my whole family's over there, so it's just a game that, goes deeper than, just basketball. It's just a family type game.
This is one of the fastest teams I've ever seen. They're well coached, they're talented. They've taken on all comers too and been successful. So it'll be a tall task, but once again, it'll be a great environment, sold out. If it's it's a dream of kids to play in front of 3,000 people. They're going to get the opportunity to do that.
Zach, welcome aboard. And as you just said, tomorrow some of the best high school basketball talent in the country will converge on Highland, Illinois. Principia will be there, so will Webster Groves, taking on Mizzou five-star commit Jason Crow Jr. from California. There will also be top recruits from the Chicago area and even Indiana. For 34 years, the Highland Shootout has put the Metro East hoop scene on the map.
7 games total, and I think anyone that's around here knows it. It's become the biggest high school basketball event in this area. Not only St. Louis area, maybe in Midwest in general for a one-day event. So jam-packed gym, we all know that every single year, and we're going to sell out. We're trending towards that right now, so I fully expect to sell out. It is a volunteer effort for everyone involved, and it's something to be proud of. It brings in high-level basketball to this town, and it's a community event. So, and when I say community, locally here in Highland, but just the whole entire St. Louis area in general,